Well, good morning and welcome to another glorious day in the Bahamas. Cruising this morning from the tip of the Crooked Islands. I'll be over on the northwest point at Pitt Town up to Rum Cay. About 60 nautical miles. I got underway about 4 o'clock. Sun is now up above the horizon, probably about 6:30, I'm going to guess. Got beautiful conditions this morning, about 10, 11 knots of wind on the beam. Motor sailing at about 6 knots. I've got the current with me, the wind's with me, and I want to get into Rum Cay. Earlier in the day, the better. There's some reef and that around there, and I prefer to be able to see what I'm doing as I'm going in there. So, making 6 knots, I should be in there by 2:30, 3 o'clock, I'm hoping. No later than about 3:30, which give me adequate light to come into the bay, find the coral heads, and not hit any of them. Hoping to get a dolphin this morning. Out here in the out islands right now. I've been to Rum Cay, Crookeds, Mayagüana. Going back to Rum now. Would like to hit Conception, and unfortunately, that bad boy's being bad right now. The bulletproof coils on there that never go bad, well, they both went bad. So I just ordered a brand new electric system for the motor for $120, and it'll be here next week. Pick it up over in Georgetown. And that motor is actually quite old, but it's got very few hours on it, and I should have just put a new electric system on it before I left. The mechanics, as far as the machinery, I think is fine. So, and that is my car back there I'm towing behind me. Really important piece of equipment when you're cruising. And that too will push it, but just barely. You know, it gets you in and out of the dock, but really I don't trust it to go out in the reef and go diving. So, that should be up and running next week, and I should have a good dive vehicle again. That dinghy has been towed about 800 miles so far, and unfortunately I'm starting to fish. I've got a line back out here, but once this wind picks up a little bit more, as you can see, the dinghy's already starting to go over towards the port, and I'll either have to pick up my fishing line. Well, no, actually, what I have to do is bring in my fishing line, because I'll end up streaming that dinghy farther and farther back as the seas pick up. I reckon in a couple hours I should be up more to 15 knots, so the seas will start to pick up, and the really nice calm ride for the day will be gone, but my boat speed should pick up with it too. Then I'll probably be up making 6.5 knots. Might even kill the motor, but I doubt it. Another day in the rising sun, and yes, honey, I do have my safety harness when I go out on deck. Right there's my connection, and there's my jack line. Though I try not to go out on deck when I'm offshore by myself. I do have to go on deck to drop the main. I do not have to go out there to lift it, but when I bring it down. So, that's about it. Otherwise, I stay back here.